Hey everyone, it's Fun Around, and my name is Jordan, and we are on to game 4 for round 2 of the WNBA playoffs. Since this will be a Sunday slate, I just have two picks for you guys because I know a lot of people are going to be playing NFL. Not much interest goes into the Sunday slates. I don't know why they schedule these on Sundays. So I just have a couple of plays if you want to mix them in with some NFL or something like that. College football went pretty well for the first week. I got 5 picks right and 2 wrong, so not too bad there. But for WNBA, I'm going to hop right into this. This should be a pretty quick video. So you will see images that come up on the screen. Those will be from a data app called Outlier. There's a link in the description that'll give you a 7-day free trial for Outlier. So we have the Aces and the Liberty. Liberty will be in Las Vegas. The Aces held on and protected themselves from getting swept. They got the blowout, so they're going to need a win here to force a Game 5 back in New York. A lot of players for the Aces have been going off. A'ja Wilson has not been able to hit her points line, but she's still scoring well. Kelsey Plum came up with another huge game, so she's been off and on. She's kind of hard to bet on right now. Jackie Young, scoring wise, has been pretty consistent, but she can have those games too where she just disappears. And then Chelsea Gray has had a game where she completely disappeared. But I'm going to go with Chelsea Gray over 5.5 assists at -128. She got 7 assists in that last game. I feel like they're really going to need her to set up her teammates to really keep this thing alive and going for them. So she's gone over in 4 out of 5 games in the playoffs and over in both games in Las Vegas versus the Liberty this season. And also in the playoffs last year, she went over in 2 out of 2 games, but she did play a little bit more minutes last year. With the Aces back against the wall here, she is the one to get the ball to the scorers in good positions. It's rarely someone else. We've had A'ja Wilson in one game set people up, but that's just not what she does normally. It's going to be Chelsea Gray. So I like for her to get 6+ assists, -128. If you guys could, please like the video. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. If you have a little bit of extra time, you can just leave the number 4 in the comment section, and that'll help get the video out there. And if you want to get away from Prizepicks and try out a different app, check out Underdog Fantasy, Sleeper, ParlayPlay, and ChalkBoard. Use promo code FINDAROUND11 on any of these. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. There are links in the description. I'll take you there with the promo code. And thank you to anyone who uses that. So this next pick, going away from that game because there were a lot of unders. I took like a Breanna Stewart under last time, and got kind of lucky. Those games start off really hot, and someone pointed out in the comment section that if you take the first quarter over on points total, it's been hitting, and they start off very hot. At halftime, it looked like they both were going to score around 100 points, and then they really slowed down in the second half. So if you want to like live bet it, you could take higher points in the first couple of quarters, but for those later quarters, go on the under because they do slow down a lot. Jumping to this next game, teams that are going to play defense throughout the entire thing. The Lynx at the Sun. The Lynx got another win. They'll be back in Connecticut to close this out. I like Brianna Jones over 14.5 points plus rebounds at -118. So Brianna Jones got injured earlier in the playoffs with a shoulder injury, and she's been on a minutes restriction. She's played like less than 20 minutes. And I was just waiting for her to come back with a full minutes game. And Alyssa Thomas, like I kept saying, was scoring very well because the lane was opened up because Brianna Jones wasn't down there, kind of helped clogging things up. So Brianna Jones came back and she played 30 minutes and she scored amazingly. She dropped 21 points and added on 4 rebounds in that 30 minutes. So I think she's feeling a lot better, and they're going to need her here because she is a mismatch for a lot of teams that they go up against, just because of her size. And she gets really easy baskets at the rim, just backing down, turning around, getting layups. So I filtered Outlier with 25+ minutes to see how she has done on the season. And she's gone over in 79% of games on the season. So she's going to score very well. And the rebounds line is pretty low. It's around 4. It's at 3.5 for like -160, something like that. So adding on 4 isn't too big of a deal. She's the 3.5. She's actually hit like 98% of games this season. So adding on the rebounds isn't a bad idea. So I like her over 14.5 points plus rebounds. Expecting her to get those minutes again. I can't see any regression there, especially with that really big game, 21 points and 4 rebounds. So if you guys would like to discuss lines further, I have a Discord. Link is in the description. You can talk about NFL. You can talk about WNBA, playoff baseball. Go Guardians. We got game 1 against the Tigers. That was awesome to see. So that Discord is free. You can just jump on it in there and talk about plays that you like with other people who are like-minded or maybe not like-minded. And, they have plays that you may not have thought of. And as far as the recap goes for the last video, I had DeWanna Bonner over 1.5 3-pointers made. I was going to go with this for this game because she has hit this line so much in the playoffs and so much against Minnesota. I just didn't like her volume last game. She shot just 4 shots and she went 2 of 4. So she did go over. It is at -110 if you're not afraid of taking that. Her drop in volume is just what scared me. She was shooting 7.5 a game through the first 2 games, and then it dropped to 4, and that just worries me a little bit. But hopefully the volume is there if you take that. I just can't trust her to shoot 50% again. So that's why I'm staying away from DeWanna Bonner over 1.5 3-pointers made. But I don't think it's a bad bet. I would definitely single bet it since it's at -110. Then I had Kayla McBride under 17.5 points plus assists. She normally doesn't get many assists, but she got 1 assist right near the end of the game to put her over this. She had gone under in every single game versus Connecticut this season, and she just happened to go over the one time I take her under. So should have went with just points, but normally she doesn't get the assist. So it is what it is on taking the unders. I'm trying to mix in some unders for this, but that one really hurt. Then Alyssa Thomas over 14.5 points. She came 1 basket away. And like I said, with Brianna Jones returning, it really affected her drives to the lane. And I knew that would happen whenever it did happen. And she came up just 1 basket short. Then Brianna Stewart under 24.5 points plus assist. This worried me in the beginning because she does come out hot. She scored a ton of points early. She was kind of on pace there at halftime. She had about 14 points, 0 assists. So she was going to be really close to getting it near the end of the game, but they pulled the starters because of a blowout. So that one ended up going under, and she continues to go under that line in every single game versus Las Vegas in Las Vegas for the past 2 seasons. So I would go with it again. It's just the way she played that last game. If it was somewhat competitive, then she probably goes over that line. So just staying away from it. That might be her first time going over in Las Vegas. But if it's something, if you just trust the data and like a 100% hit rate. Then I had Jackie Young over 3.5 rebounds. I don't know why this was this low. We went through the hit rates and everything, and the hit rates looked amazing for Jackie Young with that 3.5 rebounds, and she went over this in the first quarter. So loved that play. I loved everything about it. 16 out of the last 20 games, you get something like that for -120. You're definitely going to take it. It has been bumped up to 4.5, and now the hit rates are a little bit more iffy. Because she did slow down with the rebounds in that game. But, Jackie Young, if I were to go with her, I would add on her points with the rebounds. But I'm just sticking with those 2 plays for, official plays. It's YouTube. I'm just giving you free picks and what I see. Who cares about official plays? I'm just speaking my mind here. So, and just talking about the games. So it ended up being 3-2. Not awful if you're single betting it, and it's bad if you're parlaying it. So, like I said, college football went pretty well. The video did okay. I didn't get as much interest as I was getting in the comments. We'll see. If I get some extra time again for next week, I will definitely dig into some more stuff. That Boise State running back is just killing it right now as I'm filming this. They just went into halftime, and that dude is amazing. So if I get time in the week, I will definitely take a look at college football. And there should be some time since WNBA is wrapping up, and there's going to be a day where there's a break. So I'm going to get this edited and get it out to you. God bless you all. It's final round. My name is Jordan. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.